summary writing. Now, to summarize means to condense something that is big and make it smaller. Now, it is not about writing in note form. Hello?
Yes.
Writing in note form is not summary. Summary means you condensing a big thing into a small thing. Now, you will find questions like in about 50 words. In about?
50 words.
In about?
50 words.
Now, in that case, you are allowed to write plus 5. Plus? 5. In about 50 plus 5. That means you can write up to 55. Hello?
Yes.
The next one says in not more than 50 words. In that case, don't exceed 50 words. In about 50 words. In not more than 50 words. You also find in 50 words. So the one that is almost giving you some bit of a rough time is the about 50 words. So just know that you will write plus 5. You have a room of adding 5 words, okay? Now, let me also tell you something. By the time the examiner is saying in about 50 words, they have already summarized and counted and known that this one is about how many words? 50? Please don't write 20. Don't write how many words?
20.
Because if you write 20, then that is 2 way below the number, okay? Let nobody cheat you that we have 800,000 candidates in Kenya. So who will be counting? Has somebody asked you that question? Who will be? You even imagine there is nobody to count. The first time when I was marking, my job was 1, count the words, 2, mark the grammar. Don't you think I can do that one for 15 days?
Paid to count the words. When I'm paid to count the words, can I not count the words?
For sure, even you. You are paid to count the what? Can you not do it? And you are not the only one. There are other people counting the words together with you, isn't it? So, please write exactly that number of words and do not exceed. This is a question that attracts some penalty. What penalty is there? If you write more than 50 words, not more than 50, okay? That last sentence that exceeds the 50th line will not be marked. Hello?
Yes.
Will not be
Marked.
So you will lose a mark. Another penalty here is that every sentence, if you write a grammatically wrong word, a wrong tense, a wrong punctuation, you will attract a negative a quarter. So you know the penalties, don't write excess. Edit your words to know that you've written the correct grammar, the correct spelling, the correct tense, and correct punctuation. So what do? In most cases, you'll be summarizing the last or second last paragraph. Huh? So first of all, identify the paragraph where the points you want to summarize fall. Identify the paragraph where you want to summarize. After identifying that paragraph, underline the sentences that carry the points. I've known that I'm summarizing the second last paragraph and the last paragraph, isn't it? I have put a star there. Then second, I have read through and then I have underlined the sentences that carry the points I want to summarize. Third, capture the points in those lines on the margin of your paper. Remember, you'll have a margin there. And when you're doing English paper too, have a pencil also. That one will save you. So capture the points on the margin of the paper. Then after that, Go to the rough draft. You know the rough draft?
Yes.
That is for your rough work. Of course, you will be writing on that for the first time. Connect the points that you have captured in the margin in a continuous form using connectors. Hello? Do you know connectors?
Yes.
Conjunctions of addition. For example, in addition, furthermore, moreover. By the way, after this, go and revisit Form 3 work. Read the conjunctions of addition specifically. Moreover is a conjunction of contrast and not addition. Okay? Now, write the points, join them. And when you're writing the rough draft, don't be worried about the number of words. No, just write without considering how many you're writing. After you've written the rough draft, and ensure that as you write that rough draft, order the points the way they have appeared in the passage. The way the points come, just connect them the way they are, okay? Use the exact words used in the passage. Then count the words in the rough draft. I know you will find 60 or 70, isn't it? After writing the rough draft, you will find 60 or 70. The next step, after counting the words in the rough draft, read your rough draft and eliminate unnecessary words. Read the rough draft and cancel out unnecessary words. For example, I have used the conjunction in addition to. How many words are those? In addition to. How many words are those? 3. Which other word can I use so that I don't use 3? Instead of 3, I use 1. Moreover. Are you seeing what I've done? I have substituted so that I have few words. I have crossed out unnecessary words without tampering with the main points. Do this until when you count the words on the rough draft, you find 50. We're just cancelling out. Don't be worried that it will be dirty. It's okay. It's called a rough draft, isn't it? So don't worry. Just read, cancel out until you get how many words? 50. Then after that, the next step, copy the summarized rough draft. Copy the summarized rough draft the way it is. Then indicate the number of words there. It is not for the examiner, it is for you, because the examiner will still count. Then after you've done all this work, you've read, you summarized in the rough draft, you counted the words, you summarized the rough draft until you got that, cancel out the rough draft once. Cancel the rough draft once. Now let's go to our passage. We have a passage still. So we put in practice what you're doing. I have the questions. You don't have the questions, but you have the passage. Eh? So I'm reading the question for you. In not more than 60 words. In not more than 60 words. Make a summary of the ways of fighting the incidents and the spread of cultism. Make a summary of the ways of fighting the incidents and the spread of cultism. I start the last paragraph. The last paragraph. It says, to combat the menace of cultism in Kenya, a multifaceted approach is required. There is a need to educate young people about the dangers of cultism and provide them with alternatives that can lead to positive outcomes. Parents and guardians should provide emotional support and guidance to their children. They should also monitor their children's behavior and seek help where necessary. Law enforcement agencies should be well equipped and trained to detect and prevent cult activities. There should be a special task force dedicated to investigating and prosecuting cult crimes. Cult members who renounce their membership should be provided with counseling and rehabilitation services to help them reintegrate into society. Interfaith dialogue, religious leaders should engage in interfaith dialogue to promote understanding and tolerance among different religious groups. This can help to reduce the use of religion as a cover for cult activities. There should be collaboration among government agencies, civil society organizations, religious leaders, and the media to address the problem of cultism. There should be accountability for government officials who fail to take action against cult activities. Can you try identifying the lines that carry? Underline those lines and tell me how many you underline. There are many. Just underline the many. That's why it is called summary, because you're supposed to condense the many, okay? Yeah. So I have to write on the margin of my paper. The first one is to do what? First one, educate, isn't it? Educate young people on the dangers of cultism. Two, provide emotional support and guidance to their children, isn't it? Another one, monitor the children's behavior and seek help where necessary. Another one, enforcement agencies should be well equipped and trained, isn't it? Another one, special task force dedicated to investigating and prosecuting cult crimes. Another one, yeah, counseling and rehabilitation for former cult members. Another one, religious dialogue. Another one, collaboration among government agencies, civil society, and religious leaders, and the media, isn't it? And then the government should be accountable. There should be 9 there, isn't it? Now, connect that one in a continuous what? Prose. Once you have identified those points there, connect them in a continuous prose. After that, now reduce the wordings until you get to 50 or 60 actually in this case, okay? Yeah. You see how easy it is to identify?
Yes.
After noting the paragraph, then you note the lines, isn't it? Then you pick the main points. Then connect the main points. And it will be easy for you to score.